Assalamualaikum and nice to meet all of you today. I would like to introduce all the panel and myself. My name is SOFIA BINTI HADI as a moderator. Next, AMIRAH BALQIS BINTI AZMI as panel 1, NURDINIE IMTINAN BINTI SHARUDIN as panel 2, NURUL SYAFIQAH BINTI FADZLI panel 3, and lastly, SAFFIAH BINTI NASIR panel 4. Thank you for all the panel for being involved in this discussion. Before the discussion start, I would like to open our discussion topic today. Our topic today is about how ethics and corporate can relate with an audit firm. I want to give a general knowledge about ethical that relate to audit. All have a sense of ethics, which is moral principles that are part of who we are. Ethics is based on well-founded standard of right and wrong that prescribe the human ought to do. Usually in the terms of right, obligation, benefit, and society, fairness or specific features. But what happens when our moral principles are put to the test, truth and ethical dilemma? We can handle ethical dilemma in the organization. Then we will listen to panel 1, Ms. Amirah, about introduction to ethical dilemma. Next, we listen to Ms. Amirah.
Okay, thank you, moderator, to the question, Miss SOFIA. So, how far you guys know about ethical dilemma? So, I will explain about what is ethical dilemma actually. So, an ethical dilemma is a problem in the decision-making process between two possible options, neither of which is absolutely acceptable from an ethical perspective. So, although we face many ethical and moral problems in our life, most of them come with relatively straightforward solution. So, on the other hand, ethical dilemma are extremely complicated challenges that cannot be easily solved. Therefore, the ability to find the optimal solution in such situation is critical to everyone. And then I think every person may encounter an ethical dilemma in almost every aspect of their life, including personal, social, and professional. Okay, I will give two solutions that I found. Okay, first solution is value theory approach. Value theory approach is choose the alternative that offer the greater good or the lesser evil. For example, in one situation that we want to solve, please take note that whatever it is, we must take action that have more good effect than bad effect. So, the second solution that I can give for you is find alternative solution. Find alternative solution is some case the problem can be reconsidered and new alternative solution may arise. For example, after we consider the problem, maybe we can get new solution or other solution for this problem. So, in my article that I choose is Narendra Kumar case is, in this Narendra Kumar case, he was charged with 5 criminal charges for his position as a manager and charged under section 409 of the Penal Code and carries a prison sentence of up to 20 years and whipping and a fine if convicted. So, CBT is a non-bailable official that Deputy Public Prosecutor does not offer bail but at the court direction, which is Rm 100,000 for the first 2 charges and the 100,000 more for the other 3 charges. So, Narendra Kumar lawyer, which is AG Kalidas, asked for a lower amount because his client 72 years old and has health problem. So, the court is in dilemma to reduce the price of the suit for Narendra Kumar. So, that's all from me about ethical dilemma.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Amirah, for your opinion. I will agree on your point. So now we know about ethical dilemma. Before we listen to the next opinion about ethical conflict, I would interest to ethical conflict actually. But before that, I would to explain about ethical conflicts. Ethical conflict arise when individuals are confronted with collision between general belief system or justice and their own personal situation. Next, we will listen to Ms. Nurdini about meaning of ethical conflict. Please.
Okay, thank you to the moderator, Ms. Anis, for the question. Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Today I would like to share about ethical conflict. In my opinion, ethical conflict arises when individuals are confronted with a collision between general belief system about morality, ethics, or justice and their own personal situation. Right and wrong are not always perfectly clear, and some situations involve choosing between two evils where perhaps the ethical decision might result in personal or social injury, or where an individual stands to gain from an unethical decision. Such conflict could take place at the individual, professional, or societal level. That's it.
Oh, quite interesting to know about this discussion. Next question for me. Can you give some example and how to prevent it?
The first example that we have is toxic workplace culture. Who hasn't heard horror tales of an abusive boss or a backstabbing co-workers? Workplace that tolerate discrimination, harassment, or an overly harsh working environment create ongoing conflict between an individual's sense of propriety and the actual condition faced every day at work. The second example is technology and property. It's not unusual for an employee to use a company phone to make a personal call or take home a pen or two from company supplies. This trivial use of company property are considered acceptable in most workplaces. However, opinions tend to differ as to where to draw the line. Taking a pen is one thing, but absconding with a company laptop is quite another. Then there is a tips on how to handle an ethical issues in the workplace, such as set the workplace expectation. Develop a workplace policy based on our company's philosophy, mission, statement, and code of conduct. Incorporate the policy into our performance management program to hold employees accountable for their action and alert them to their responsibilities to uphold professional standards throughout their job performance and interaction with peers and supervisor. Revise our employee handbook to include the policy and provide copies of the revised handbook to employees. Obtain signed acknowledgement forms from employees that indicate they receive and understand the workplace ethics policy. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you for your opinion. I will agree on your point. So we know that ethical is important to us in the organization. Now we will listen to the next panel, Ms. SYAFIQAH, about what is corporate governance.
Thank you to moderator, Ms. Anis, for the question. So the question is, what is corporate governance? So I will explain it. So corporate governance is the system of rules, practice, and processes by which a firm is directed and controlled. So corporate governance essentially involves balancing the interests of a company many stakeholders, such as shareholder, senior management, executive, customer, supplier, financial, the governance, and the community. So since corporate governance provide the frameworks for attaining a company objective, it encompasses practically every sphere of management. So from the action plan and internal control to performance measurement and corporate disclosure. So corporate governance have a benefit. So some of the benefit is firstly, it promote the long-term financial viability, opportunity and return. Second is it can facilitate the raising of capital. Third, good corporate governance can translate to rising share price. And lastly, it can lessen the potential for financial loss, waste, risk and corruption. That's it.
Thank you for your opinion. For next question, I know about board of director that including in the corporate governance because just now we just talked about corporate governance.
Okay, so the board of director basically have a duties and responsibility, board meeting, director code of conduct and board composition. So the board of director is led by the chairman and responsible for the effective overall functioning of the board. So duty and responsibility in fulfilling the role, it has ensure that a corporate procedure in place to govern the board operation. In the board of meeting, meet on a regular basis to review business performance, strategy, business plan, and the significant policy. Director code of conduct, it can set out the standard required to be observed by the director and the employee in order to promote and maintain highest ethical standard all time. And lastly, board composition. What is the board composition? It is board comprises 5 members who are all non-executive director, 3 of whom are independent director. That's all from me.
Thank you, Ms. Shafika. So now we know that corporate governance can found in the annual report of company, which is appointed to our annual report, which is Alien Bank Berhad. Now, we will listen to Ms. SYAFIQAH about corporate social responsibility.
Thank you, Ms. Anis, for the question. Assalamualaikum, everyone. So today I will discuss about corporate social responsibility. Before I discuss about corporate social responsibility, let me explain what is corporate social responsibility. So corporate social responsibility is a self-regulating business model that helps a company be socially accountable to itself, its stakeholder and the public. By practicing corporate social responsibility, also called corporate citizenship, companies can be conscious of the kind of impact they are having on all aspects of society, including economic, social, environmental. And next, I will talk about types of corporate social responsibility. So in general, there are 4 main types of corporate social responsibility. A company may choose to engage in any of these separately, and lack of involvement in one area does not necessarily exclude a company from being socially responsible. So first, environmental responsibility. So what is environmental responsibility? Environmental responsibility is the pillar of corporate social responsibility rooted in preserving mother nature. Through optimal operation and support of related causes, a company can ensure it leaves natural resources better than before its operation. Next is ethical responsibility. So ethical responsibility is the pillar of corporate social responsibility rooted in acting in a fair, ethical manner. Companies often set their own standard through external forces or demand by clients may shape ethical goals. Instances of ethical responsibility include fair treatment across all types of customer, regardless of age, race, culture, or sexual orientation. So next is philanthropic responsibility. Philanthropic responsibility is the pillar of corporate social responsibility that challenges how a company acts and how it contributes to society. In its simplest form, philanthropic responsibility refers to how a company spends its resources to make the world a better place. So for example, whether a company donates a profit to charities or causes aid benevolent. So lastly, financial responsibility. So financial responsibility is the pillar of corporate social responsibility that ties together the three areas above. A company makes plans to be more environmentally, ethically, and philanthropically focused. However, the company must back this plan through financial investment program, donation, or product research. This includes spending on research and development for new product that encourage sustainability of recruiting different types of talents to ensure a diverse workforce. So based on the annual report that we have been chosen, which is Alien's Bank. So Alien contribute RM1.6 million for COVID-19 relief initiative to undeserved communities foreigner. So, Aliens Bank have been practice philanthropic responsibility by donating some of their profit to make charities. So, that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you for your opinion, Ms. SYAFIQAH. In my opinion, based on that we will listen just now, I could say corporate social responsibility is quite important to make sure that their company in good condition for their future. Last but not least, before we going to end our session, I will give a conclusion about discussion. As an professional bodies, they must have an ethical to their organization and build the corporate relationship. The importance of corporate governance. Corporate governance can create transparent rules and control, provide guidance to management, and align the interests of shareholder, director, management, and employee. And also, corporate governance help build trust with investors, society, and authorities. Corporate governance can give investor and stakeholder a clear picture of company direction and business integration. For corporate social responsibility program can have a positive impact for their business and for their company, for their employee and consumer. For example, efficiency gain for reduced packaging or lower energy consumption can help company cut costs while protecting the environment. I think that's all from us. Thank you.